With me today, I have a couple of ladies with me here. I have Diana Hall from Active Armor, and I also have Allison Graylis with us, and founder and president of Women in Manufacturing Association. I guess the name kind of says it all, right?
It does. We are the only global trade association year-round supporting women in manufacturing careers.
I see the Women in Manufacturing, or I guess it would be WIM, works to empower women workers and strengthening them in the manufacturing sector. Is that an upcoming trend, or is that something that's been going on for quite some time, and maybe we're finding out more about it? Tell me more, Allison, if you would.
Yeah, I mean, the manufacturing sector and industry has always been critically important. And, I've worked with trade associations connected to manufacturing for now more than 20 years. And in working with trade associations, I have seen the huge opportunity illuminate women working in the manufacturing space and industry and help support them to be, more successful, more connected, and have access to resources. So I started the Women in Manufacturing Association more than a decade ago, specifically for that purpose. So to support, promote, and inspire women in manufacturing careers, to provide them that access to resources to help them be inspired and connected and successful, and then likewise, to work directly with manufacturers to help them have the right resources as they're working to recruit and retain and develop and advance their female talent. Present-day WIM, we've grown as an organization over the last decade. So we now have members in 48 states and 40 countries, and we have 32 local and amazing chapters of the Women in Manufacturing Association throughout the United States, providing local access to training, education, and networking. And then we are expanding and continuing to expand globally with now an international women's network that we've just launched. We have close to 1,000 individuals connected to us internationally. And we're doing our first international live event in Stuttgart, Germany this fall.
Well, when I think about women in manufacturing, it always makes me flash back to, the wartime when the guys were in the war and the women were here building all the stuff and doing all the stuff in the shipyards and doing all those kind of things. That's what first comes to my mind, but it is so much more than that now, it sounds like.
Definitely. I mean, we consider the women that we support to be kind of modern Rosies. So not just women that, once filled positions in a temporary fashion, but these are women who have had outstanding and impactful careers in industry and year-round working to help them inspire future generations of women in industry, as well as to help them rise in their companies to positions of leadership whereby they can influence and change cultures to be more inclusive and more diverse and to be more open to women.
I also have Diana Hall, President and CEO of Active Armor, located right here, world headquarters here in Pueblo. And this event is close and dear to you. I know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is my hometown. And as you know, manufacturing here in Pueblo has been our history. We started with the steel mill, and now we have a lot of companies here in Pueblo that are building up, especially in bioscience and advanced manufacturing, like my company, Active Armor. And as women leaders here, it's really nice to have a lot of encouragement for the up-and-coming women in this field. So girls in STEM, we have both PCC and CSU here, and we have a tour of the historic downtown Pueblo's Water Tower Place, which was originally Knuckles' meat packing plant, and it got refabbed into a creative business community that has Johnny's Metalworks and Boiler Shop, Tankmates production facility, Southern Colorado Innovation Link, and the Still City Maker Center also. So we're going to have a cool tour of that. And the tour is going to begin at 3 p.m. on the 7th, and it's going to include a history of the site. We're going to see all of the current manufacturing companies that are housed there, and there's going to be a speaker panel of local manufacturers and women in manufacturing leaders. So that's going to be a great opportunity, because in attendance will be representatives from the Chambers of Commerce, the Latino Chamber, Pueblo West Chamber, Pueblo Economic Development Corp., Colorado State University Pueblo, PCC. We're definitely going to have a representative from Active Armor. And we're also going to have a lot of female engineering and STEM students from the local high schools and colleges, which will be great. So that panel will be able to ask them questions and hear more about women in manufacturing as well as the manufacturers here in town. And then we're going to have a reception with a free open bar and hors d'oeuvres. And again, thank you to our sponsors for those. and that's going to be done at 5 p.m. But we're also going to have an open house before and after the event at 2 o'clock and all the way until 6, so that people can kind of see the building and take their time and wander around and network with others. And that's going to be from 2 to 6. So the tour is going to start at 3, and then we're going to have the panel after that, and then hors d'oeuvres and networking after that. So, and then, it's located right down on Pueblo's Riverwalk. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be an opportunity for people to spill out onto the Riverwalk, into the restaurants and the shops there, and to the bars, and to have a drink or have dinner or whatever after, and kind of explore Pueblo and our downtown and our Riverwalk area. So, and it's right within walking distance for people who want to spend the night and stay in the hotels.
So if somebody would like to register for this local event, how would they do that, Diana?
So it's really easy. You just go to womeninmanufacturing.org on their website, and you click on events, and you scroll down to October 7th for Manufacturing Day, and you will see it there. It says WIM Colorado Manufacturing Day Tour and Networking at Water Tower Place. That's the name. So click on that, and it lets you register right there, and registration is free. So definitely please come and let anybody else know who wants to attend this really cool historic event in Pueblo.
And guys can come to this too, correct?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Anyone can come, yes.
Yes, all right. There you go, all good stuff. Is this kind of normal for what you've got going on across the country, Allison, as far as events?
Definitely. All of our chapters, year-round produce a lot of programs, as I mentioned, but we especially see a surge in programming in Manufacturing Month, which is October, and always around Manufacturing Day, which is the first Friday of each October.
Is there a specific place where we need more women in manufacturing? Is that something you see, or are things being pretty well covered right now, or how's all that looking?
Well, we know that there's a skills gap and close to 1 million open manufacturing positions. So we firmly believe that women can be part of that solution to fill this talent need. So I think women are needed at all levels of manufacturing, and not only in production or manager or director level, or owner leader level, but really at all levels of manufacturing. I think it would be great to have more women.
How do we get a hold of you? How does it, do you have a specific website for your specific for the women in manufacturing?
We do. So year-round, people can find information about our organization on womeninmanufacturing.org, and there they can find, again, ways to get connected to our resources for both individuals and companies, as well as to connect as potentially a member or into, again, some of these great chapters that we have throughout the country where people can find local benefits.
Well, thank you, Diana Hall, from President and CEO of Active Armor here in Pueblo, Colorado, and Allison Graylis, founder and president of Women in Manufacturing Association. I appreciate both of you taking the time here today to talk to me and inform me a little bit about what's going on.
Excellent. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.